Guys, it's nighttime. Yeah, it was a horrible joke. I'm sorry. I apologize. All right, guys. Sorry about the joke at the beginning. This is the CMB Made Knives Night. CMB Made Knives. This came in from Jared here not too long ago. This is a first day in pocket, and it's just before 1 p.m. today. So I've had this in pocket maybe 4 or 5 hours. So I was pretty impressed with this when I did the unboxing, but now that I've been carrying it a little bit, I really do like it a lot. So first thing I want to do, I'm going to start doing this even in the first day, first carry, first impressions videos. I want to do some size comparisons on this knife. So let me grab a couple of these and start bringing them in. And like magic, there they are. So first size comparison is going to be a Benchmade 940. Most of you guys know the size on that. It's bigger than a 940 in all dimensions. It's broader, it's longer, wider blade, everything. A knife that most people are going to know as a size comparison is the Sebenza 21. Sebenza is the same size, large Sebenza. And you're looking at just almost 1 for 1. So there's your Sebenza. It's just about identical in size to the Sebenza. And then the big boy in the room is the 9-inch overall Miguron Valona that Jared sent me and let me have as a gift. And you can see the Valona is a much larger knife, just about maybe 1/4 of an inch bigger. So that gives you a good size comparison because this is a 9-inch knife. So there you go. There's our size comparisons. Get that out of the way. Guys, I hate to interrupt the video because I know we're having fun, but I do have to do the YouTuber thing and remind you that this channel is self-sponsored with all the affiliate links and stuff you see down below. Anything from knives, tools, EDC gear, and Blade HQ, anything, all the Amazon links, they all support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything at checkout. So I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Now let's go back to the knives. And we can start talking about this knife overall. So overall, this knife so far today has been great. I'm pretty impressed with it. It is very thin behind the edge. I think this is the thinnest of the knives that Jared sent me, if I remember what all was in that box. I had some cardboard to cut up. As you can see, there's some marks still for me cutting up some cardboard. This thing cuts really, really well. I'm not 100% sure where these are made. I don't know anything about this company, but you can definitely see it's M390 blade, CMB Made Knives. I have not looked this up because it's always first day in pockets. I know nothing about this knife. Carbon fiber on this is beautiful and good looking light blue anodizing on this. You got a spot back here, little cutout so that you don't get pinched by your flipper tab. Jimping on the spine of the knife is not bad, but it's also not super aggressive. It's a little too, if I can get it to focus. I think they're a little too close together to get really good traction on it, but it's not bad. Your lock bar cutout is right under the pocket clip. The pocket clip, I will say, is a little tight in and out of pants here. You can hear it. It's hot out here in the garage. Even in shorts, there's a lot of snap from that. I haven't had it in jeans yet because, like I said, it's hot out here. This is pretty close to the pocket clip, and this has not been softened out very much. So I'm wondering if that's going to catch some thicker material like jeans and get it down in there. I'm not a fan of this on the outside for a couple reasons. I like the aesthetics of it on the inside. It gives you a much cleaner line on your lock bar. And the other reason is when your pocket clip is that close, a lot of times you get some material caught down in there. As you can see, that pocket clip overhangs that, and you may get some material caught in there, but we'll see. So this is a front flipper only. There is no real, you can't reverse flick off of that little fuller on there. So this is a flipper tab deployment only. If you're one of those guys that loves having a secondary means, you're kind of beat on this one. So let's go ahead, hang on a second. I have got to take care of this. Sorry about that, guys. I had to go answer the door. I forgot what I was doing because I had to figure out what my daughter was doing. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. I have a 15-year-old daughter who is on summer break. I just want her to go outside and play. So like I was saying, beautiful, beautiful knife. It is so thin. It cuts really well. In hand, it's really comfortable. That pocket clip, even though it's a little tight in and out of pants, is really comfortable, and it's pretty attractive. It's a single point screw down. It's milled out pretty good in here. There is no movement, so you can do a pocket clip with a single screw to where it doesn't move if you mill that out and socket that in really well. There is no lanyard hole, which is something I dig because it doesn't detract from the lines of the knife. So like I said, functional overall, everything like that. Now, when you look at the aesthetics of it, it's a very attractive knife. I like this swedge that they cut in, coming back to this half circle fish hook look. I just wish that there was a way you could, like I said, I wish that there was a secondary deployment method, whether it's like a thumb stud or reverse flick, but on this one, really, you are limited. When I was cutting with this earlier today, it cuts really comfortably. It's another one of those knives that kind of dips down in here. You heard me talk about it kind of first on that FH921, the Firebird knives by Ganzo. Nice and deep in here. On this one, it's not as pronounced. It's not so much a deep spot as it's just kind of a V here. Where the two pieces come together. So you still have it's still really straight across. It's just that this thumb ramp comes up as this contours down, this thumb ramp dumps down in. And so you've got a spot to put your thumb. It's not as pronounced as that Ganzo, the Adamante, or the FH921, which I did like that in cutting. You do not have a forward finger choil, but you feel pretty far up on this knife once you're up at the pivot, and up like this, you are really able to control that knife. And you're not putting yourself in a precarious situation because it is a nice broad blade. Like I said, the blade is just about the same width as the Sebenza. So that does make it nice if you're wanting to get up on the tip of this knife and do some detail cutting. You're not so far in with a narrower blade where you're going to be touching that. So the cutting I did today was on some pretty heavy cardboard. It seems to glide through it pretty well, but it does need a touch up. As you can see, it's not super sharp. It is sharp, but not as sharp as I would like it. So this will probably get a quick sharpening, real aggressive edge on this for the upcoming tasks I'm going to put it through. You don't feel like the milling on this is done really well. You don't feel too much in the way of transitions and things like that. Hardware is nice and pocketed, and you have a nice clean backspacer where it's married in. You can barely feel the seam, like if you run your thumbnail across it, but if you were just to take your finger across it, you really can't feel where it marries up. I don't know what they're using to hold those inlays in. I would say that since it's smooth on the back, they're using some of that 3M, that ultra strong 3M tape, maybe some CA glue. I don't know. I'm concerned as to whether any moisture or anything might allow those inlays to come out, because like I said, I'm not seeing any way that they're attached in there except possibly that really strong 3M tape that they use for putting they use them on vehicles. They put logos on vehicles. That's what's holding your hood emblem on if you have like a Toyota or something like that with a hood emblem. The action on this is really good. I'm curious as to how it's going to get. Wow, that is smooth. This probably needs cleaned up. I have not done anything with this. I probably should take this apart, clean it up just to see if that action gets any better, but it is just ever so shy of drop shut. Just a little, takes just ever so slight bit of convincing to get it to go home. Milling on this, I meant to mention this as far as aesthetics is attractive. Like I said, first day of pockets, it's just us walking around the knife and just looking at what we can notice in a few minutes. I like the look of this, and I like the fact that it's not just one line here. You've got some extra facets on both sides. So you have this scooped out area, and then you have this. And so what you get is some extra facets that catch your eye and catch your attention. But they're done really well, really nice and soft, so that they're just barely there that you can see them, but you can't feel it. There's no sharp edges. Even though it looks like it, this looks really angular and really sharp looking. There are no sharp edges on this anywhere. I can't find a sharp, maybe right there at the very heel of the knife, but no, there's no sharp edges anywhere. Even though those lines look so crisp and so clean, they're chamfered over. They're nice and softened. So I don't feel any hot spots in this knife at all so far. And like I said, cardboard I cut up was some double wall cardboard, some thicker boxes. It was some of those big boxes that my wife uses when she sends stuff from Japan. And so we had emptied out a couple of those boxes, and I needed to get them cut up and put in. So this did stand up to that task really well. So we'll see how this carries over the next, usually it's a couple weeks before I go from the first impressions to the, to the final review. So we'll see how that plays out over time. Guys, I really like this. I'm glad Jared sent this. It's a company I hadn't seen before. We'll see how well, we'll see, like I said, we'll see how this does over the next couple weeks, but I'm pretty impressed with it. I'm going to get this thrown on a sharpening stone so that I can do some more cutting with it and see if that affects it at all. But man, the action on that, listen to it. Good action, and like I said, just shy of drop shot. So there you go. CMB Made Knives, first day in pocket. Let's get this turned around and do some final thoughts. There you go, guys. There was first day in pockets on the CMB Made Knives. Now, in transparency, I am refilming this outro because I filmed that actual video a while back, and I kind of wanted to change up the way I was doing it. So to be with the way I was doing it, because I've changed kind of the format of the video. So at any rate, I do like this knife. It's the full review of it's coming soon. After I sharpened it, it really was screaming through stuff. So guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but you got to tell me why, because I can't change that content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit the bell icon, make sure that you've got notifications turned on your device. You will not get notified of all the stuff that goes up 5 days a week. If you want to support the channel financially, I believe I put a thing in there that said, I have all kinds of affiliate links and stuff, but there's a handful of ways. I have a membership that's tier-based. Pick the tier that gets you what you want out of the membership. And remember, everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service, and everyone has access to my gilded server. I have all the affiliate links down below through various vendors. Anything you purchase through any of those affiliate links supports the channel directly, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. And I have a membership. I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co., where I've set up a coupon code that will save you 10% anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. at checkout. And that coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. If you purchase my shirts, sending me pictures of you wearing them, I will put them in the background for an outro. Guys, I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next video.